Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of LearnClassicRockSongs.com. My name is Kirby Swinnermer. Today we're taking a look at an old Johnny Cash tune called Ring of Fire. Let's take a look at the chords. Alright, only a handful of chords in this, and you can play this in any three chords. I played this before in the key of G, I think with a capo on the first. But I'm going to play it in C this time and just sing it a little bit differently and play it a little bit differently, although we'll still have the same runs and everything as I did before. But the chords in this one will be a C, an F, and a G. You play G like that, I play with the last three fingers. Right, so it's only a typical Johnny Cash song, in most cases a three-chord song. You can play it in G, C, and D, or C, F, and G is what we're going to play it in here. Alright, so let's take a look at the rhythm for this one. Alright, for the rhythm now we have horns going on through this whole song, so we're going to be blending some of that in as we get into this, but for the rhythm, so note, up, down, up, bass, up, down, up, note, up, down, up, bass. When I say note, I mean the root of the chord, which is the C note here. So we're on the G, note, up, down, up, bass is the D string, and the F, the bass is the C note right here. Okay. Now you can do a little bit of a note, down, up, bass, down, up, note, down, up, bass. We get into this, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. So there's a couple of patterns actually in this if you want. I mean, you can play it. Note, up, down, up, bass, up, down, up, note, up, down, up, bass, up, down, up is one way of doing it. Or you can note, down, up, bass, down, up, note, down, up, bass, down, up, note, down, up, bass. So you're not doing as many up and downs back here. And you can do this in, maybe in the last verse. We can do a steady go, on the first part of it, and then when we start to sing, you can, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it by verse, you can do it by chorus. If you're doing the verse, you can do that part, and then when you get into this, I fell into a burning ring of fire. That's just a little C, B, A to the G there. So, decide how you want to play it, I guess, it's up to you. It's a pretty flexible song. What I'll probably do is do during the verse, and then in the chorus, do more of a steady up and down, like note, up, down, up, bass, up, down, up, note, up, down, up, bass, up, down, up. Alright, but that's up to you. I mean, you can do it either way, it doesn't matter. Alright, so let's take a look at the little bit of a picking pattern, how we're going to blend this horn section into the rhythm here on the C chord. Let's take a look at this. Johnny Cash, in some songs, kind of reminds me, or my brother, I guess, one of my brothers kind of reminds me of him, because when my brother sings, plays guitar, in some cases his timing is off. And sometimes when you watch Johnny Cash on stage, it's almost like his timing is off on some songs, and then the band just watches what he does, and then they follow him, of course. And I say that not in criticism, it's just maybe it's the way he intended to record some of these songs, and this one in particular. I'm not going to do any kind of waiting around for the line to kind of catch up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go right into the next line and bang, bang, bang right after it that way. So you'll see what I mean once we get into it. Okay, but in the Johnny Cash version there'll be like a pause and you'll be waiting for the vocals to start again, and then he starts. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe it was designed that way, but I've watched some footage of Johnny Cash, and sometimes he just kind of waits a little bit longer than he should. In some cases, when you're thinking he's going to sing, he doesn't. Then he picks it in, he kicks it in. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You can do what you like on the timing on this, but the rhythm, or the segment, what we want to do on the C chord, we're doing a little bit of just a little walk on the D string up to the open G. See that? And then we have D string, and then again you have a, see that, on the B string, and the G there, and then back to the D. So those are the notes we want to use. So when you're playing the rhythm, because when you go to the F chord, this is kind of built right into the chord, which is nice. See now, back to the F again, and open D, and back to this note here on the 2nd fret. So again, keep the rhythm going. So instead of going, what we're going to do now is right down to the B string. So and then you can do a little hammer on the D, open G, B before you do this. Right, so you have something like this here. Not quite that. And when you're doing this, you can do a quick jump like that. Okay. Ring of fire, ring of fire. Alright, so anyway, that's what we're looking for on this. So you can do what you like now. Like I said, when we get to singing this, like I said, Johnny Cash kind of pauses, and especially in the 2nd verse, there's a bit of a pause. But I'm going to just get right onto the words and go through, as you'll see it. It's not a big change, but it'll be a little different than the original. And that's we're in a different key here. He doesn't sing here. He sings it, I don't know where he sings it. I can't remember. But anyways, it's easier to sing it here. A little high, but not too bad. And the picking works. Picking for this one works well in G, and it works well in C, so you can do it either way. Take a pick. Alright, so let's go through it. That's all I got on this. Let's take a go at it now and tie these parts together. Okay, a great old country classic here from Mr. Johnny Cash. Let me take you through my version of this one called The Ring of Fire. 1, 2, 3. Taste of love is sweet, hearts like ours meet. I feel for you like a child. Oh, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. Ring of Alright, there we go. Great old tune from Johnny Cash called The Ring of Fire. Thanks for joining me, folks. We'll see you next time.